So imagine this scenario. A couple years ago, you got a computer that came pre-installed with Windows 11. And while it wasn't necessarily Windows 10 or some of the older versions of Windows, with the learning curve being a bit of a pain since everything was being put in the center, and there was still a bunch of glaring issues that can, well, cause the computer to somewhat break if you're not careful. It was working just fine. It was working just enough to be tolerable. That is until you started seeing a lot of unnecessary software being installed without your own knowledge, and usually being done when running updates. And all that compounded bloatware, spyware, and other software that could be considered highly unethical to some people causes a significant decrease of performance on your computer. And after spending some time researching about the direction of Windows 11, you have just gotten so sick and tired. You're fed up and you want out. So what would you want to do if you don't want to buy another computer? Well, some might opt to say, well, just install Linux. And while I would tend to agree on that, let's just say hypothetically that this individual didn't want to do that. Well, this is the hypothetical question that I am hoping to answer today, as I get to do something to this computer that I honestly should have done from the very, very beginning. And finally install Windows 10. So if you want to downgrade your Windows computer, the first thing you need to do is to get an ISO file of Windows 10. Now there are many ways of getting one, but for me the most reliable way of getting one is from the Microsoft website and then going into their software download page. And then from there I can click on the Windows 10 button and I get redirected to the installation page. And then from here I just need to click on the Download Now button, which saves the Windows 10 installation media onto my computer. And if you go into your File Explorer and click on wherever folder you saved it in, the file should be media creation tool _22h2.exe. Now if you visit this web page on a different version of Windows, you'll still have the ability to download this media creation tool. However, if you're on a completely different operating system, like Linux, you'll see a web page that looks like this, which doesn't offer the media creation tool, but allows you to download an actual ISO of the latest version of Windows 10 that they offer, so you can burn it on a flash drive via Rufus, or, do whatever you want with it. And depending on how far in the future you're watching this video, this web page may be completely different and may resemble a page like this, where you're not able to get an ISO file anymore. So if you plan to do a downgrade, it's easier to do one earlier rather than having to wait and then lose access to getting an ISO file or media creation tool application. Another thing to point out is that in this video, I downgraded this computer from Windows 11 23H2 because I know in the later versions of Windows 11 it's a little harder to do that because there's all these middleman applications trying to dissuade you from downgrading. And to make sure that 24H2 has no business on my machine, I paused Windows updates far in advance until after I knew for sure that the downgrade was going to be successful. With that being said, it's time to get this computer downgraded. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm decrypting this computer because the last thing I want to do is deal with fucking BitLocker. I know that it is 23H2 and it doesn't open it by default, but I think it's just better to be safe than sorry. And in case things go awry, I do have a friend that is currently waking up that's going to help me out with downgrading because he actually has a computer that he had Windows 11 pre-installed, and he downgraded to 10. So I'm kind of relying on his knowledge to kind of carry this whole downgrade procedure. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it all happens. All right. Huh? Oh yeah, that's stuff like from the Tinker. Yeah, they just throw a bunch of random shit in here, and they're just like, all right, let's expect a bunch of engineering students to have some fun with it. All right, cool, it's off. So I think we're ready to go now. All right, ready to do this.
Same-sex wires, hetero wires.
Oh right.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff.
Those wires are gay?
No, I think there's just some college humor involved. I see what it is. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Male to female. And...
Yeah, I see. Huh? They're kind of thrown in different places, though.
Looked up a video on how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, well, you have a computer, that's step one.
Yeah. Obviously, that's the most important step, is have a computer with Windows 11 on it.
Yeah, I guess. So there's, I didn't realize that there was a tool to automatically do it.
Well, yeah, it's the media creation tool.
I guess if you could just try that, because
Yeah.
it's just...
Well, when you did it, did you install an ISO from the download and then just burn it on a flash drive?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think it may depend on, because if it's funny the way it does. All right, let me run it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is that in the past, like when I first downgraded a computer, I didn't know the password because I wasn't the administrator of this other computer. But
How'd you do it then?
I just basically I burned the disk.
Mm-hmm.
I burned the flash drive with the ISO, plugged it in, and then I went into the boot BIOS and then just changed the boot order and did it.
Mm-hmm.
But here we don't have to worry about this headache because I am the administrator.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See, when you ask Microsoft, they're just like, they don't want to tell you that you can like manually do it. So they're just like, yeah, use our tool to downgrade. But if it's after 10 days, you can't do it. Oh no.
Well, the thing about it is that I think with Windows 11, they try so hard to encrypt the device like nobody's business. So you don't have it only runs Windows 11, which is also one of the reasons why I'm trying to downgrade this computer, is because I want to eventually dual boot it with Linux. Okay.
Okay. Well. So yeah, if you just create an installation media.
Yeah, so that's what we have.
Oh, you have.
So there's a thing.
Yeah, maybe just run it.
It was like create installation media or upgrade this PC now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be safe to have it just on a flash drive for now.
I mean, and then if you want to do it again, well, I don't know why you'd want to do it again, but if you wanted to do it again, or like for someone else, you could just have a flash drive. I
Boom.
lost my flash drive. Wait, can you see?
I have a couple. This is the Windows drive.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yo, connect.
Yeah. So I think one of them is a recovery for my older computer, and then that one's the Windows drive, and that one is for my desktop that runs Linux Mint. So yeah, this time we got this Windows drive to worry about.
So, did you? Oh.
Yeah.
You want to create it?
Yeah.
Next. Okay. Language, French, obviously.
There's no option for French, so I guess we'll just have to go with English. No, wait, okay, never mind. You can change to French, but we're not gonna do that.
You want your computer in French?
Nah.
Okay.
Alright. USB flash drive, it needs at least 8 gigs. This has 32. This has 32, so I think we should be
You know what's
more than
crazy?
fine.
I went. Anyways,
All right.
Is it setting up?
Yep.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just gotta select it, hit the next. Feel free to keep using your PC. I think I'm just gonna probably.
No, not allowed. You cannot use
Nah.
it ever again.
I think I'm gonna.
The point of what we're doing is to brick it forever.
Not really. We're trying to make it better. All right, flash drive is ready.
Yippee.
Now it's cleaning up and now it's gone. All right. So I think now that's done. Hold on. I don't know why I closed out File Explorer. I think I can just run it directly from this drive here. Yeah. And obviously I signed out of everything. Everything's backed up. So,
Yeah, you just
and
run it.
I uninstalled certain things that might probably interfere. So we're good to go. All right. Here we go. We're doing it. Or at least, you know, we're preparing to do it.
Prepare to do it.
Yep.
The computer's in there.
All right. Windows Setup will go online to get updates, drivers, and optional features. These updates will help the installation go smoothly and can include important fixes, updated device drivers, and additional files which are not on the installation media. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And then, oh, and that's the other thing. I think I went, as soon as we get done with this, I have to kind of go into the Dell website and enter my service tag so I can get some of their software, and as well as Intel's. Because I'm assuming it's gonna wipe everything if we're downgrading it directly, completely.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm so confused.
This is just a bunch of stuff, bunch of legal stuff. Yep. All right. It's giving us the option. It's not even giving us an option to keep stuff. It's saying nothing. It's all being deleted, and it's like, yeah, files, apps, settings can't be kept because your current version of Windows might be installed in an unsupported directory, or trying to install an older version of Windows. So this is what I guess that may explain the headache it takes for people after they miss the 10-day window to go back. But doesn't it delete everything anyway? I don't
have no idea. I feel like it would.
because you're going back to an older version of Windows. It just makes no sense.
You're just wiping the whole operating system.
Yeah.
And reinstalling it, so it's like, I feel like it would.
Yeah.
Also,
Kind of.
I wonder if the creation media works without an internet connection.
I think it does, because it has to kind of ring up to the big, you know, the big man over here to, hey, give me my copy of Windows the way God intended.
I mean, like the creation media you have installed on your flash drive.
Yeah, I think it comes from the internet because.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like it's only like 8 gigabytes and.
Yeah, I think the file itself it's only 19 megabytes. So it probably is running direct. It must be pinging directly to the internet.
And Windows is like 20 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes ish.
Yep.
There's no.
Yep. All right. Choose what to keep. Obviously, everything's grayed out except for nothing. All right. Next. Do you wish to continue with this selection? I think this is probably going to be the last time we might see this, so.
Yes.
All right. Not sure where to go, but I think it's giving us, I think they'll give us a confirmation, and then I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is.
Didn't it? Windows 10.
Yep. And voiding the computer's extended warranty.
I'm lucky. Yeah, when you downgrade that happens.
It's no worries. It was expired months ago.
Yeah.
It expired. That shit expired months ago, so I think we should be fine. I should be fine. Just.
I did it the moment I got my computer and saw it was Windows 11. I'm like, fuck this. And when I installed it.
Dude didn't even bother to wait.
No, I'm not using that. And so I just was like, I'll just be really careful with it. That is a beefy computer. Look at that.
Yeah. I mean, it's from the early 2000s, so it does have some chonkiness to it.
Pulling up to your like tech job with that. Actually, you know what? That's probably awesome.
It does run Windows XP, so it'd be a bit of a flex.
I want the command line Windows, the one with that where they didn't make the GUI yet. Making sure you're ready with this.
This is probably just checking. All right, here we go.
I was doing it.
Ready to install. You won't be able to use your PC while Windows installs. Save and close your files before you begin. To recap, you have chosen to install Windows 10 Home. Keep nothing. And no way. Oh, wait. Fuck. Hold on. Oh, god damn it. That's so dumb. It says it's like change what you want to keep. Because I wanted to see if it did something. And it turns out it just led into a boot loop. It just led into a dumb cycle. All right. So anyway, all right. This is the moment I've been waiting for 2 years now. So now here it is, the real deal. All right. Voiding my computer's extended warranty in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got him.
Blue screen, installing Windows 10.
The good blue screen.
Yes.
The blue screen of goodness, you should say.
The bad blue screen and the good red screen. They're both two different things that are not the good blue screen. To be clear.
All right, so this is going to take a while.
Yeah.
And I'm going to probably read up on some stuff while we're waiting here. This is kind of actually running a lot faster than I thought it would take.
What's the percent though?
63.
Whoa.
And it's only been, what, a few minutes?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, and the other thing we got to do is check the activation. I think it should auto-activate because we're going from one version of Windows to another.
Yeah. Also has an official API token, so it can still use the API.
Oh, wait a minute. It went from 83 directly to the restart.
Oh, awesome.
We're actually kind of in gold splits here. We're really hitting gold splits here.
This is the world record.
Well, obviously we had a bit of a time loss for, going from the installation tool to the USB and then the USB to the setup.
Okay.
So, but I think this is this is definitely making up for it.
But anyways, I found this thing called Organizer Music, and it literally goes through
Oh.
all of your songs, and then puts all of the audio features in a big table along with the genres and when and what the date they were made, stuff like that.
All right, that's already a good sign that we see the Windows 10-esque installation screen
I mean,
here.
it's Windows 10 now.
Yeah, and they did actually, and the once thick circle that they spin for Windows 11, it's now just a bunch of dots.
Yeah. That's Windows 10, alright. Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if I could, if it's possible to change the ROM or the space in the hard drive where the Dell picture is located and change it to a Dell. It's probably wrong on your motherboard.
Probably is. I bet someone has tried something like that.
Change the boot screen on your computer. You have to modify the boot graphics resource table on your device that uses a. You basically have to access the firmware.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Yeah, so like this actually has the startup sound still open. So I think we're gonna get blasted with the Windows 7 startup sound.
Windows 7.
Yeah, because Microsoft didn't add a startup sound for Windows 10. So they just basically ported the Windows 7.
So really it's
Just
the,
up and throughout. Oh,
it's
nice.
It's the Windows
Nice.
8.5. Here, look at that. So it's literally the audio features of everything that I was going to do, but it's like all 4,000 of my like songs. Well, that's just, if I go down here. That was just J.
That's one hell of a schema.
Yeah, I know, right? It takes a lot of load because it's so many.
Well, no shit.
But look at that. Oh, it's beautiful.
Uh-oh.
I love data. What does this song sound like?
Yep, there we go. A little worried it took a little longer than usual.
Oh, it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Doing it?
Yeah.
I'm doing it, Mr. Krabs. What's this one?
Claire de Lune.
No surprises?
Part of me is kind of glad you're playing like 3 seconds. You're just flipping through the songs 3 seconds. Trying everything we can to avoid having this claimed or something.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
No, it's fine. I don't give a shit about money.
It's good
But
because
I do give a shit if someone tries to claim it and then it gets fucking taken down.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that I'd say like 3/4 of my songs are like really obscure and not owned by OOBE.
Just a
Except
moment.
for Thunderstruck, Like a Prayer. Why are all the old ones have really low bandwidth?
Come on, we're almost there.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Just a moment. What was that?
Your video is gonna get claimed by like 50 different people.
If it's too egregious, I don't think they're gonna give a shit if it's just a few seconds. Like a few clips or something.
I can barely hear it.
Besides, most of this is probably gonna be a time lapse anyway. Probably muted or sped up or something.
Oh.
So I think we'll be fine. But I think maybe like some of the chipper commentary will keep.
Hey, listen to this song.
Wait,
Hi there, I'm Cortana,
Tell
and I'm here to help.
wait, how are you still?
Sign
Wait a
here,
minute. Whoa,
attach a
whoa,
Wi-Fi
whoa.
there,
From
and
Windows
we'll have your
10 this
PC
time.
ready for all you plan to do.
Thank you, Cortana. Here's
Use your
my
voice
voice
or
for
the
3 hours.
keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen.
I'm actually kind of amazed that.
If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in. Your region is set to the United States. Is that right?
All right, hold on.
Nope. We're in.
Whoa, wait, whoa, hey. Shh. Honestly, I did not know that Cortana was still a thing. It deprecated like a year ago. Didn't they?
I have no idea.
I'm amazed that they still have that in the setup. That's actually kind of insane.
I still love Cortana. Oh, wait, no, it's depreciated. I guess I didn't depreciate it in the setup.
Yeah,
Honestly, good
interesting.
riddance. I never used that. I hope they uninstall it off my computer.
I think there's a way you can. Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna try that.
Voice mode on.
All right, I might want you to. I might want you to kind of stop with the voice so we can get this set up.
Wait, one more. One could play the lyrics.
Rip.
You're my Pika girl in a Pokemon. It's just like Pokemon.
All right, ready? How do I?
United States? Yeah, Cookie.
Voice mode on.
Okay.
You want it on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, not every day you get Windows set up with via voice assistant. All right, US.
United States.
Your keyboard is set to US. Want to stick with that?
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Do you also type with another keyboard layout?
Skip for now. Skip. No.
You sure you want to do this?
Now let's get
Why
you
not?
connected to a network.
It's
That way you can get updates,
I'm
apps,
gonna-
and cat videos as soon as possible. How about the first one on the list? Want to use that one?
I don't have internet.
Just
Look at
so
that.
you know, connecting to a network now could save you some time later. If you want to get that out of the way, choose yes.
Continue with limited setup.
Killer. Don't tell me what to do.
Type what you want to name your account.
All right, so it's going to be me.
Okay, now type a password for your account.
All right, give me a second. Thanks for not looking at it.
That's extra vision, so it's okay.
Yep.
You done?
I can always change it later.
And one more time to make sure we've got it right.
Sure.
Now you can set up 3 security questions to help you reset your password if you forget it. Choose the first question and type your answer.
I forgot they have to do this. That's so dumb. All right, hold on. I'm gonna probably skip. All right. Through a finger snap. All right. I think might as well set this up while we're at it. This is extra security shit. I'll get back to you later. All right, we literally fast-tracked all the security stuff from the... So really, you didn't miss a lot. I set up the fingerprint sensor over here, and I added the security questions. Now I'm just re-entering my PIN, which, if I don't know... All right, cool.
These are the settings Microsoft recommends. Go ahead and review them and select Accept when you're ready.
No. Stop using my data for Copilot. Stop using my data for Copilot, Microsoft. All right, cool. I think that's all I need. I can always change it if I really need to. If there's a certain service I use or whatever. But anyway.
Hey, look, that's me, Cortana. Can I have permission to use the info I need to do my best work?
You're dead. You've been deprecated. I'm gonna say no, not now.
Almost done now. We just need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
I'm actually kind of psyched. I'm amazed that they still have Cortana for everything. Here we go. And now we're into the fading blue. Oh my God, I am so happy. I feel so relieved right now. You have no idea. Honestly, I'm so glad that I'm finally doing this. And the fact that it runs this smoothly is honestly kind of insane. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Finally. I can finally use this computer the way God intended. Let me just, I think I need to connect. I think the first thing I need to do is connect to Wi-Fi. And then see, let me connect to Wi-Fi first, and then we'll see if it successfully activated or not. All right, so I'm back in my room. I got the Wi-Fi set up. It looks like everything is slowly but surely being installed. I'll eventually get to setting everything up once I get something to eat. But the other important thing is making sure that I have, let's see. I have my thing figured out here. Let's see, how do I know about activation? Is it system and security? Oh, here we go. Activation. Yep. Activated with a digital license. Let's go. Now, debating if I should add Pro and just fork over 99 bucks for the Pro version. But, I mean, eventually I'm going to dual boot this machine with Linux once I'm done, once I've had my fun here. I'm going to work on getting this set up later. Right now, this is just going to be just a school computer. So it's been about 3 months. It's been a little over 3 months since I downgraded this computer to Windows 10, and I have to say, the performance is night and day. What I mean by that is that right out of the gate, it utilizes a lot less RAM and CPU when idling, and it just works as intended. There was one time where the computer got so hot that it shut down and refused to power back on, despite being able to accept a charge, and this just so happened to occur on April Fool's Day this year. However, this was because I was constantly plugging in the computer when running hardware-intensive programs for some of my classes. So my friend and I performed a power drain on my laptop by disconnecting the battery and AC from it, and this got the computer back up and running. Other than that one scare, my experience in downgrading has been pretty smooth sailing. That is, at least until Windows 10 goes out of support on October 14th, 2025, something Microsoft has warned us about on numerous occasions over the past year or so. And unless Microsoft plans to unveil a new major release of Windows from now until October, this would mean that Windows 11 will become the only supported Windows operating system after 2025. While this may be easier for Microsoft software developers to focus their time on one operating system, this presents a problem to consumers who rely on Windows, since they will have to deal with putting up whatever Microsoft wants to push into the OS, with no supported alternative to fall back on. And while there are different versions of Windows 10 that Microsoft technically supports until at most 2032, you would have to pay the big man up front if you wanted to use those versions of Windows 10. Personally, I've made plans to stop using Windows and move all of my operations to Linux and Android by the end of this year. And if you've stuck with me for this long, I would recommend that you at least give Linux a try. There's some good resources on how to install and switch to Linux, and I plan to make a follow-up video on showing y'all how I dual booted this computer with Windows 10 and Linux. But other than that, that's all I have to talk about. So I'm just going to end the video right here.